welcome back to another video, guys. Now, I would have started off with a lovely montage this morning at where I was last night, but it was very murky and cloudy, so yeah, I didn't bother doing any filming, and it just wasn't. I might have gone for a swim, but I mean, also the tide was so far out, you would have had to walk half a mile before you actually got to the sea. So, but I just wanted to come on to say, that's it. As of today, I left my local area on the 16th of January. Technically, I started off and I stayed one night. So this is the first day of the second month. So that's after 1 month now. I've done 1 month full-time van life. And things to say, I just thought I'd do an expected and reality kind of thing. Some of you might be interested. I've always been interested because some people go, oh, you should try it out first. I know, I've dedicated my whole life since I was about 2 years old drawing vans. This is not like a little spur of the moment or I've seen it on Instagram. I wanted to live in a van when I knew it was weird. When I went on Instagram for the first time, when I was like 13 or 14, I was like, oh look, other people are doing this. I'm not so weird. But I wanted to do it, and even if people thought I was weird and there was one of 4 people out there, I would have still done it. So this isn't a spur of the moment thing. For me, it wasn't a try it. It was, I know I want to do this. This has been a lifelong dream. Now I can drive. So bit of background story there. I have done a background video, so if you want to check that out, I'll link it up here and you can watch that. It was a while back, and I've also done some posts on Instagram about where it was. But my parents had an old Mercedes T2 814, which is basically the kind of older Mercedes Vario style, the bigger one. That was a 7.5 tonner, and there's this picture that I'll put in now, and yeah, it's something I've always wanted to do. But anyway, back to the point. Expectation versus reality kind of thing. So one thing I thought would be quite hard is finding Parkups. For my first ever night away, I used Park for Night. I didn't want to, because I don't like the idea of Park for Night now. Now, as useful as it may be in an emergency, it's not a necessity, and all it really does is clogs Parkups up. So I try not to contribute it by adding to it, and because I'm not going to add to it, I'm not just going to be the person that just uses them. So I try not to use it full stop, because also then if I go to those Parkups, then I'm populating another place, which is again adding to the problem. So I stay well clear of Park for Night where I can. I only use it as a desperate measure. In fact, in my whole month, I haven't used it since the first night, because I wasn't sure. When you start off, I think it's quite good, because you can then look on Google Maps where that is, where you are after staying at the Park for Night, and kind of get an idea of what you're looking for, then use Google Maps to look for Parkups. That way, you're not limited to what's just on Park for Night, and you're likely to find ones that aren't on Park for Night. Don't add them, because then they're quiet and people aren't going to crowd those spots in the summer. So as I say, I stay well clear of it, and I now know what to look for in a Parkup. And I haven't had one night that I've been moved on yet. But I do, when I get to my spot, I look at Park for Night to check, just out of interest, to see if where I found is actually on Park for Night. And I'd say about 50-50 at the time, being in Wales and Hereford and stuff. Half the time it's on there and half the time it's not. So, you know, I'm not saying I'm not going to go to ones that are on Park for Night. I'm just saying I'm not utilising it. Other than, like, maybe if I can't find anything, I'm like, quick. I do use it for the services, because I do think that's useful, the services. But not for the night spots where I can, which is pretty much every single night. One thing I kind of didn't think about too much was water. I mean, I always thought, you probably just get it for petrol station. It's quite hard, I think, to find water. I'd say that's one of the hardest things, and then followed by bins. Bins can be quite hard, and then if you like to recycle, like I've got a recycling bag, that can be another thing. But when you do your weekly shop, there's usually a bin in the supermarket car park, or there'll be one around the supermarket for sure. And then a lot of supermarkets like Sainsbury's and Tesco's will have recycling points, so that's not too bad. It's just finding them in rural areas can be a bit of a faff sometimes. But road laybys are quite good. Let's crack on with the video. I can't do any driving shots because it's my camera and there's no way to mount my phone. So yeah, so I'll do a little bit of B-roll here, and then I'll catch you at the next beach park up, which shouldn't be overnight. no overnight parking, because I know some people that stayed there. And hopefully the sea's nice there, but I'm going to have some lunch here first. Okay guys, so I made it to the spot, and it's the Royal Air Force Base, or the Royal Air Force. Is that right? I think so. That doesn't sound right for some reason. Anyway, the Royal Air Force Base. You've got the runway there, and it's down this road, and it goes to the beach, and it looks really nice. And I saw it on Kieran and Alice's video. I'm not subscribed to them, but I've watched a couple of their videos. And I just thought, oh, I'd watch their Anglesey one, and they were here. I was like, awesome. But you see, it could have been because of them, because that video ain't quite viral. It's got like 30,000 views or something, 33. And yeah, not only is it no overnight camping, you can't even drive down there. They put a gate in at the top, and you get a fine of £500. So a bit shit, really, to be honest. Parked in the little car park at the top, which there's no room. You can see her over there. But yeah, it's a bit crap, really. So it's literally right next to the other island, Holyhead. And there's a really nice spot, like just there, like the other side of the beach, that I've found that looks quite nice. Just another dead end road that ends to there's quite a few of them in Anglesey and Holyhead, where the road just kind of ends and goes onto the beach, but you can kind of park on the side. So, but to get there, because you've got to go all the way up across the bridge and then back down again, it's 20 minutes. Whereas if I go to North Holyhead, it's 10 minutes, because it's half the distance. So I found a little spot there. My friend literally just lives not far. I'm not going to obviously say because it's their privacy, but not far from there. So that's the plan for now. I'm going to get back in the van, go to this spot 10 minutes down the road. I've already driven like 2 half-an-hour trips, so I don't really want to do another one. So this one's 10 minutes away, so we'll pop there. But yeah, really nice here. You can almost see the sun's starting to set, which is weird because it's only 20 to 3. But hey, I'm going to stop talking to myself because I look like a weirdo, but I'm getting more comfortable, that's for sure. And see you guys in a bit. Good morning, everyone. So I'm just here. I'm on Holyhead. I can't remember if I mentioned or not. But yeah, it's about 8 in the morning, something like that. It's just got light. Just before 8, I think. I'm gonna go to Aldi because it's just down the road, and I could do with some fruit and some bread. Things that go off quick. And then I'm gonna pop. Then I was like, I don't think my friend's gonna be here till the very late afternoon, sorry. So I've just been having a look, what can I do today? It's really miserable weather. It's just rained and been like 40 mile an hour, changing gusty winds, like looping, it's very vicious wind basically. Getting whipped around last night. So, but I found what looks like an awesome park up, and I thought, you know, I'm up Anglesey way. As soon as I leave my friends, I'm going to be going to the Peak District. So I think it's going to be worth to just explore a bit, go a bit further up. So I'm going to go to this little spot I found, which is like probably a 10-minute walk from the beach, but it looks like it's in the dead middle of nowhere. Can't even actually see it on Google Street View, so that's always a good thing. So I'm going to head there. After going to the shops and stuff, so I'll probably see you in a few hours. So, road's back there. Again, excuse the wind. On an island near the coast, it's going to be windy. So, the park up I pinned was just like a little clearing in a little woodlandy bit, and it turns out it's just there, and it's through this gate. And I drove this far down and then was like, nah, this looks really private, I best not. But there it's just off the road and it's kind of a big grassy bit, so just parked over there. It's very muddy, but Rose is a beast. She's pretty good off-road, to be fair, considering she's two-wheel drive with some 8-year-old tyres on. And yeah, I'm just going to stroll down this path, and it takes you right to not just the coast, but to an actual beach. So let's see what that's all about. Ooh. Quite nice. Random structure building there, not really sure what it is, but I'm more interested in the beach that's down there. By the way, there's nothing stopping me driving my van down here. As you can see, there's like two kind of tracks, it's kind of a track, but it looks really private property, so I don't really want to do it. But yeah, lovely view so far. Look at that. Boom! Look at that! Now, if I hadn't just been for a swim like twice or 3 times this week already, and it was sunny, I'd definitely be tempted to go in, but I've been swimming recently, I've been in the sea, and it's not very sunny, it's very windy and cold. It's not actually that cold actually, it's 10 degrees in February, so it's not too bad, but still. Yeah. But this is amazing. Look at that! Falling down. Oh yeah, don't think Rose would make it up here. It gets really muddy and slippy up there. But show you about the rubbish actually, as always. But yeah, quite a lovely beach to be fair, including a wheelbarrow, or the remains of one. Also, one other thing, it's very choppy, so it looks quite dangerous to be fair. Doesn't really show on camera, but yeah, quite vicious. Also, it's just that because the wind's coming across, you get that really sea smell, and it's lovely. Oh, rubbish again. Too much of it. But yeah, the smell of the sea is beautiful. I'm going to try and walk up that, see how far I get. Well, 360 views. Look at that. Woo! I just ran up there, that was pretty tiring. There's a path, blatantly somewhere you can walk. In the summer, I'm so coming back here. Swimming, laying out on this rock. This is awesome. I parked just like over there last night, and that's Holyhead, the island. So yeah. Yeah, lovely. Don't really know what to say, but it looks really nice as usual. Something about the sea. I'm just sitting here on this rock, enjoying myself, enjoying the view, taking in the sun, the sea. Here comes this guy that passed me when I was sat in the cab of the van. Don't want to go too fast down there, you'll end up in the sea. Oh dear, this is well sketchy. It's so steep. I want to get to that one to have a look over there. But I don't want to kill myself and fall off the edge, you see. So, okay. Down there, across there, and I'm not going to use my phone because then I'm asking for it, aren't I? Just walking back to the van. Now the sun comes out. Just had a lovely lay on the rocks for about half an hour or something, 15 minutes maybe. But yesterday, that Parkup was shut off, and then I went to this other one, and it was just a car park, and it was busy. And then actually they locked the car park, and I had to go to the one next to it. So yesterday was a bit of a crap day, to be honest. But today, sound of the birds. Just been on the sea, no one apart from that guy on there, whatever they're called. And now the sun's come out. This is what makes me happy, seeing no one. As rude as it sounds, or you know, being around friends and stuff, or like-minded people, but just dog walkers and regular people. Yeah. So just sitting by the sea, sun's come out, no one's around, sound of the birds, sound of the waves. That's what makes me happy. Yeah, loads happier today. Just peace, that's what I like. Not the hustle and bustle of people, and the road wasn't right there. Whereas here, not a sound. There's some little standalone houses. It looks really out of the way, and it's lovely. And just hoping my phone isn't dying, because it is. Oh yeah, the sun on your face is always nice. And now I'm boiling. But to get back to the van and have something to eat. There she is in the horizon. Let's go. Good morning everyone. This is about the 5th time I've recorded this because you're sat on the induction hob and when the inverter's on, it makes buzzing to the microphone, which I just keep realising as I put it in the fucking timeline. But anyway, resuming, I'm just editing this video. It's currently the 1st of April and I'm editing this from the way back from the 17th of February. So apologies for the inconsistencies, but a lot's happened on the van, but we won't talk about that. That's all coming soon. I'm hoping you're enjoying the videos as they're coming out. This is the last of the Wales videos and it's about to finish. But I'm just about to finish because I've got a last few clips that I took on my phone that are the wrong orientation, but I thought I'd put them in anyway for a bit of context, seeing as I did say I would film and I didn't. But I was just enjoying myself up at my friend's in Anglesey. Long-term viewers will know who he is. His name's Ben and he's helped me do a lot of work on Rose and he's helped me do a lot of work on my previous vans, so thank you. But I've also done work on his little projects. He had a horse box and he's currently got a classic Range Rover, so he's into the Land Rover and 4x4 stuff. So what we were doing is we pulled an engine out of his TD5 first, so his D2 TD5 engine, and we took that because he's selling that and scrapping that one. And then he's got a D1, which is a 300 TDI, and he's going to turn that into a trailer, but he wants the engine from that to put in his Range Rover. Sorry if this is complete gibberish to some people, but I know some people are interested in Land Rovers on here as well, so I thought I'd give you the details. But yeah, that was all good fun. I was there for 3 or 4, 5 days, I can't remember, but a fair few days, and it was good fun. We just ripped engines out of Land Rovers and stripped them down, and then we jet washed Rose. And yeah, she was plastered in mud from Wales. But I bought like a floor mat from Halfords, £10, and I cut it in half, and it fits perfectly for front mud flaps because a friend said to do that. And since we jet washed the chassis, I've done like another 1,000 miles, and it's still pretty much clean. So anyone with an old Merc or a Mercedes Sprinter or anything that likes to just disintegrate, do put front mud flaps on because it saves the chassis. And I have proof of this because I welded the 2 humans being van, Marvin, the little green T1, some people will know. He had once front mud flaps. You could see the reminiscence of a bar that used to hold it. And the front of the chassis is worse than mine was, which is surprising. And the back was mint. There was a couple of scabs of rust, but no holes. So really helps to have front mud flaps. So if anyone's got a Mercedes T1 or a Mercedes Sprinter, look at getting them on. £10 from Halfords, cut it in half, do both front wheels. I'm going to do the back too, but yeah, that's a later date. But yeah, before I go on too much of a tangent, which I tend to do, there's 2 minutes already, I'm going to leave you here, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do hit the like button. The channel's doing well, so if you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button, drop a comment down below to let me know what you think about the video, and hit that bell icon if you haven't already. And I'll see you next week.